Good morning, Dave Fisher here from Cape Life Properties, and another one of my videos. As you can see, I'm in my palatial office. Don't often see my videos in the office because frankly I don't like to be here. I'd rather be out and about on Cape Cod. This video is about the importance of having a buyer's agent, or what we call a designated agent. In other words, a designated agent represents whoever they are designated to represent. If you are a buyer, you should have a buyer's agent. If you are a seller, you should have a seller's agent. The reason is a buyer's agent has to put the buyer's interest first. Same thing with a seller's agent. Obviously, they have to put the seller's interest first. What are those interests? Well, those interests are important to you. They concern undivided loyalty, reasonable care, disclosure, obedience, confidentiality. If you're talking to a seller's agent in an open house, they represent the seller. So anything you say to them goes back to the seller. They do not have a duty of confidentiality to you. So far, so good, right? You can figure this out. If you're a buyer, you want a buyer's agent. If you're a seller, you want a seller's agent. Let's say you go to an open house. Let's say you like the open house. Let's say you want to put an offer on it. You start talking to the agent of the open house. 9 out of 10 times, that agent is the seller's agent. And that person is going to take everything you say and go back to the seller with it. Does that person owe you a duty of loyalty? Absolutely not. Do they owe you a duty of confidentiality? Absolutely not. There is something called a dual agent. This is where a real estate agent represents both the seller and the buyer in the same transaction. We at Cape Life Properties never do this because we are not acting in the best interests of our client when we do something like that. So does a dual agent owe a duty to the buyer and the seller of loyalty, disclosure? No, because how can you? If you represent both sides to the party, you can't possibly fulfill those duties to the best interest possible. So seems to me, as it should seem to you now, best thing to do, get your own agent, whether you're the buyer or the seller. One of the last things I want to touch on before I end this video, and a common question that I receive, is how does a buyer's agent get paid? Well, a buyer's agent gets paid through the seller by a predetermined. So in general, a buyer doesn't have to pay anything for a buyer's agent to represent them. So in summary, for all you buyers and sellers out there, hire your own designated agent. If you have any questions, if you'd like to talk to us about representing you in a transaction, please call me, Dave Fisher, at Cape Life Properties. Remember, we never practice dual representation. Our loyalty is always to you and to you alone. As I like to end all my videos, remember, it's not just any life, it's the Cape Life. Come join me on Cape Cod. Thank you.